All right, let's dive straight into this massive 48-team tournament analysis. We are looking at a completely revamped global football landscape for 2026. And a tournament this huge, it literally guarantees absolute chaos. Today, we're diving into a deep source analysis to bring some actual structure to that madness. We're going to break down the entire predicted journey, from the completely wild expanded group stages all the way to the final crowning clash. If you love dissecting tactical shifts and those epic underdog stories that define the beautiful game, you are absolutely in the right place for this explainer. Let's get to it. Here is our roadmap for today. First, the group stage survivors. Then, we'll look at upsets and rising stars, brave the knockout gauntlet, break down the semifinals and final, and finally wrap up with the ultimate awards.
Section 1. Group Stage Survivors. Organizing the 48-team chaos.
Looking at the first block of groups, the absolute crucial takeaway here is home advantage. The climate, the humidity, those roaring home crowds, they heavily favor teams like Mexico and the USA, who are naturally adapted to these very specific regional conditions. So Mexico should easily top Group A, and the USA comfortably advances in Group D. But check this out. The analysis points to a massive surprise topping Group D above the USA, and that is Turkey. They are bringing a remarkably well-balanced squad, anchored by leaders like Bardaki in defense and Kulhanoglu in midfield, who are playing in peak European form right now. Meanwhile, over in Group C, Brazil inevitably takes the top spot with their immense talent, but Morocco's sheer squad depth secures them a very comfortable second.
Moving deeper into the bracket, things get incredibly spicy. We have a massive shocker predicted in Group E. Ivory Coast actually topping the group over traditional powerhouse Germany. Ivory Coast is coming in completely balanced, playing this phenomenal, high-scoring football that's just primed to exploit Germany's higher defensive lines. Over in Group G, Belgium takes the top spot with a refreshed squad under new management. But the real story is Iran taking second place. We're going to touch on them more in a second, but their resolute low-block defense is built to cause major disruptions. Meanwhile, Spain and Uruguay advance cleanly from Group H.
Rounding out these chaotic group stages, Senegal actually edges out France for the top spot in Group I. The data suggests Senegal's highly physical, aggressive playstyle is perfectly suited to the environmental demands we'll see here, posing a very real threat to France's open style of play. And returning to Uruguay advancing from Group H, Marcelo Bielsa's notoriously aggressive man-to-man pressing system is raising some serious internal questions. It's incredibly demanding on player stamina, and honestly, his lack of tactical adaptability could be a massive vulnerability later in the knockout heat. Plus, heavyweights like Argentina, Colombia, and England are projected to navigate their groups, though Colombia might just pit Portugal to the top spot in Group K.
Part 2. Giant Killers and Wonderkins. The Underdog Narratives.
The source analysis defines a true upset as a moment when a statistically weaker team overcomes a powerhouse by relying on resolute defense, rising stars, or just sheer team chemistry. Take a potential matchup like Iran facing the USA. Based on the projections, Iran brings this defensively annoying, highly resilient style to the pitch. When you combine that with the complex background motivations that naturally fuel certain international clashes, you get a recipe for a team that is incredibly difficult to break down and perfectly capable of impartially edging out a statistical favorite right there on the grass.
A perfect example of this upset potential actually playing out in the standings is Ivory Coast taking on Germany. Ivory Coast boasts this phenomenal balance of rising youth and relentless attackers. I mean, they know how to score, and they are completely fearless on the counter. On the flip side, you have Germany, obviously a legendary footballing nation, but currently fielding a transitioning squad trying to find its new tactical identity. In a super high-pressure tournament environment, Ivory Coast's momentum and pure attacking flair have all the makings of stealing the crown from a transitioning giant right out of the gate. And the data points to a few specific rising stars powering these massive upsets. Keep your eyes on Ibrahim Maza. He's a crazy good difference maker playing for Algeria, a true wonder kid whose quick footwork just creates massive headaches for defenders. Over in South America, Kendry Paez is the creative engine fueling an impressively impenetrable Ecuadorian defense. Obviously, Lamine Yamal continues to be Spain's absolute prodigy on the wing, and Amad Diallo is a huge part of that Ivory Coast attacking threat we just talked about. These are the players projected to literally flip a game on its head in a single moment. Section 3. The Knockout Gauntlet. Narrowing the field. Probably the most captivating projection from the entire analysis is an African fairy tale run for Senegal. The analysis actually draws a direct parallel to Morocco's historic semifinal run back in 2022. Senegal perfectly leverages their physical adaptation to the intense heat and their extreme tactical balance to methodically take down tough opponents. We see them grinding past a really gritty Paraguay in the round of 32, winning a thrilling all-African clash against Ivory Coast in the round of 16,
and ultimately shocking the Netherlands in the quarterfinals. It's a run built on absolute resilience and endless stamina. But while the underdogs are definitely having their moment, the big guns are clashing terrifyingly early just because of how this 48-team bracket shakes out. The projections show France's sheer frightening bench depth completely dismantling Germany as early as the round of 32, exploiting that transitioning defense. Then, in the round of 16, Spain's incredibly balanced possession midfield edges out their Iberian rivals, Portugal. And in a massive quarterfinal bout, Didier Deschamps' vast international managerial experience outwits Carlo Ancelotti's star-studded but internationally inexperienced Brazil squad.
Moving into Section 4, semifinals and the ultimate final, the crowning clash.
This sets up a clash of entirely different team-building philosophies in the France versus Argentina semifinal. Argentina brings ultimate team harmony. They aren't just relying on superstars. They have players at literally every position willing to entirely sacrifice their personal glory to maintain a rigid winning system. France, however, relies on overwhelming innate talent. They have multiple protagonists: Mbappe, Dembele, Olise, guys who can single-handedly win a match in a split second of brilliance. Ultimately, the analysis suggests France's sheer squad depth gives them the agonizingly slight edge to dethrone the champions in advance.
And that brings us right to the ultimate final projection, Spain versus France. France is hungry for glory after reaching back-to-back-to-back finals, fully powered by their unbelievable generational depth. But Spain arrives as arguably the most perfectly balanced team in the entire tournament. They aren't relying on just one star. Their midfield dictates the pace of every single game, suffocating opponents through pure ball retention. The bold prediction here? Spain's relentless tactical setup and cohesive play ultimately outshine France's individual stars, earning Spain their first taste of ultimate glory since 2010.
Finally, Section 5, Tournament Accolades, the best of the best.
Interestingly, the projected individual awards skew heavily toward the finalists, which makes perfect tactical sets, right? They simply play the most matches. If France makes the final, Kylian Mbappe is the overwhelming favorite to take the Golden Boot as top scorer. But in a pretty surprising twist, his teammate Mikel Olise is predicted to grab the Golden Ball as the absolute best player of the tournament, a true breakout projection on the biggest stage. For Spain, their prodigy Lamine Yamal naturally takes Best Young Player, and the incredibly solid David Raya secures the Golden Glove as the tournament's top goalkeeper, aided largely by Spain's high possession style severely limiting opponent shots. A 48-team bracket guarantees chaos, heartbreak, and unbelievable drama. Every single game becomes a complex tactical puzzle. So, I'll leave you with this. Does this explainer's ultimate analysis align with your own predictions? Is Spain truly perfectly balanced enough to take it all? Or is there a sleeping giant in this expanded format that the source material completely missed? Think about it. Thanks for joining me to break this all down, and I'll catch you next time.